Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. My name's Nick Park, and I was reading an account recently about a young girl who received a diary for her 13th birthday present. Her father bought her a diary, and she described it as maybe one of my nicest presents, and began to write down all her experiences in that diary with the plan, if possible, to one day publish her experiences as a book. Now you might say, oh, well, that's a nice kind of dream, but you know what? I mean, who's really interested in what a 13-year-old girl would have to say in her diary? Would anyone really buy such a book? Well, they did, and the book is actually one of the best-known, best-selling books in the world. Because that little girl was Anne Frank, and it was on the 12th of June, today, in 1942, her 13th birthday, that her father gave her that diary as her birthday present. And Anne Frank's diary has inspired millions of people with its account of what her family suffered during the Holocaust. And of course, Anne herself died in Belsen concentration camp in 1945, in February 45. Not actually but she wasn't actually gassed as such, but there was an outbreak of typhus in the camp at the time, and just in that one outbreak of typhus there were 17,000 of the inmates of the concentration camp died, including Anne Frank. But that diary that her father gave her ended up indeed getting published and being one of the most successful books in the world in terms of getting the message out to so many people. If you are ever visiting Amsterdam, I would strongly recommend you to, if you can, to visit the Anne Frank house, an amazing exhibit dedicated to the story of that young girl, and representative, of course, of so many other people who suffered during the Holocaust. If you are going, by the way, make sure that you book your tickets well in advance, because if you just turn up on the day and queue up outside, you can end up queuing all day and still not get in. But Anne Frank received a simple gift of a diary for her birthday, and she didn't realize it, her father didn't realize it at the time, that would prove to be the defining event in her life, what she would put in that diary and the impact and the legacy that it would leave behind. Sometimes you can give somebody a gift that seems small. It doesn't seem an awful lot. A diary, it's nice, but it doesn't seem an awful lot. It's not like the kind of thing you're likely to say to people, wow, I've just received the best present anybody could ever have. And yet that present had an amazing significance. And if her father had not given her that diary on her 13th birthday, then the world may well have missed out on the story that needed to be told, because we all know about the Holocaust, we all know about the 6 million Jews that died and everything else, but somehow when it's broken down in a very real and very vulnerable story of a young girl, it makes it all the more real, and hopefully makes it harder for such events to be repeated. So I would encourage you today, if you have a prompting from the Lord, for example, to bless somebody, to give somebody a gift, even if it's only a small gift, even if it's only a little token, even if it's only something that seems comparatively insignificant, don't ignore that inner prompting, because you don't know that a gift to somebody, a little blessing to somebody, could actually prove to be more significant than you could ever know. God bless you today in Jesus' name, and join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.